In our paper, The Placebo Effect of Artificial Intelligence in Human-Computer Interaction, we contribute a study that investigates whether AI technologies can serve as a placebo. This paper is joint work between the HU Berlin, Aalto University, Technical University of Chemnitz, and LMU Munich. My name is Thomas Kosch, and it is my pleasure to have conducted this work with Robin Welsch, who is the main contributor of this paper, Louis Chuang, and Albrecht Schmidt. A goal in human-computer interaction is to build technologies for users. We often follow a human-centered design process that makes design decisions based on data obtained by users. We know that users have high expectations with regards to AI. AI might facilitate our lives, improve how we interact with technological systems, and enhance our performance. However, we know from psychology and medical research that high expectations can produce placebo effects that undermine evaluation efforts. Non-functional sham treatments, such as a sugar pill, can improve people's conditions. In the context of the present study, we investigate how the narrative of an AI assistant acts as a placebo that changes the results of a user study. Considering placebo effects, we ask ourselves, do placebo effects also occur when evaluating human-AI interaction? In our systematic literature review, we found that the placebo effect has not been extensively covered in HCI and decided to investigate it in 2 studies. We approached this with simple experiments. In an online study, we presented users with a non-functional AI system that was supposed to improve their performance in a task. Using a control condition, we investigated how participants evaluated and interacted with the system without AI assistance. The participants' task was to solve word puzzles. In the AI condition, participants were told that an AI was evaluating the camera feed and optimizing the word puzzle's difficulty to increase performance. In the other condition, participants were told that they would not receive any support in the task by an AI. However, participants did not know that none of the word puzzles were adapted in any condition, and word puzzles were always presented at random. We made 3 measurements in the experiment. First, we measured the expectations for performance before the interaction, then we measured the error rates while solving the puzzles, and finally, the expectations for performance with the system after the interaction. Our results show that the manipulation worked. Participants had high expectations with regards to their performance with the AI system. Furthermore, this had no direct effect on the performance in solving the word puzzles. After about 40 word puzzles, they still assumed that the performance had improved. This shows a placebo effect with regard to subjective improvement. Looking more closely at the data, we find that people with high expectations perform significantly better in the task. We found an indirect placebo effect when considering expectations before interaction. Current HCI evaluation methods may be susceptible to placebo effects. We have therefore derived several recommendations that help in diminishing or controlling the placebo effect, ranging from polling expectations of users to adding placebo control conditions with sham systems. We conclude that placebo effects replicate in human-AI interaction, that they can undermine evaluations, and that HCI needs to start considering placebo controls to establish a reliable and trustworthy research process.